give us a little
Thanks
bit
for
more
having me.
information about this ban and what impact it will have?
Well, I think this ban reflects the international consensus that artificial intelligence is the next frontiers for international power competition. The whole ban focuses on AI to constraining the AI development in China. If we delve into the details, when we look at AI, there are two steps. The step one is to using semiconductor chips to convert energy into compute power. Step two is the algorithm design that converts compute power into intelligence. So this ban specifically focuses on the step one, such that they don't want China to have the capability to efficiently to convert energy into compute power.
So it will also add 140 companies, many of which are based in China, to an entity list, I believe. That places a licensing requirement on the purchase of US technology. What does that mean for industry, both in the US and China?
Well, before China become a huge manufacturers of chips, China first is a huge demander or market for these chips. I think this initiative would hurt the U.S. company who try to penetrate into the Chinese market and gain a high share of the Chinese market first. For example, NVIDIA, according to official report, 12% of the NVIDIA market share or the revenue comes from China, but the actual number would be much higher than that because the international chip market is a free market, so that the goods flowing around. So the direct sale in China already accounts for 12% of NVIDIA's revenue, but the actual number, my personal guess, would be much higher. So this kind of ban would hurt the U.S. company first. Then on the Chinese side, as you can see, there are a lot of companies that got put on the list, meaning that there are a lot of companies doing innovation in this area in China. In a way, these Chinese companies are forced to innovate because of this kind of ban. I'm not sure. I think in the long run, it's actually a good thing to China. And if we look at the stock price, right? If we look at the stock price, the stock market reaction from within China, if you look at the major semiconductor manufacturers such as SMIC, their stock price has risen quite a lot since the ban.
Now, we know that this is a Biden policy now with Trump in office. Do you have an inkling about how he might handle the ban, given his position on America First and US competitiveness?
Well, I think Trump would handle this quite differently. He will use this as a leverage for other negotiations. For example, the TikTok incident that happened a few days ago, Trump is using it as a leverage on the tariff discussion. I think he will play the same game with this chip ban.
How do you think that China is making the most of their position here? Is it sparking new innovation?
I think so. I think China is forced to innovate. We are sitting in the historical inflection point such that if we examine AI, for example, on the algorithm side, China is behind the US, but not by much. And on the chip design space, China is behind the US, but not by much. So now China is forced to do more internal innovation. It could be a very good chance to catch up and even bypass the US competition.
Shaoshan Liu, really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.